Hi, Darren.
Hi, how's it going there, Bobby?
Good. How are you?
Great. Am I getting you from New York?
No. Let's see. I'll show you. In LA right now.
Wow. So that was going to be like question number six, which is, does the interior designer's home match their profession? I think the answer is yes, right there.
Thanks.
Exactly. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to do this. Tell me what's going on at the moment, because of course we can say Bobby Berk, he is an interior designer and a television star, and he has upcoming projects. But what are you working on at the moment? Some stuff related to PayPal, am I right?
Yeah, we have partnered with PayPal to help people figure out this work from home situation that we're all dealing with right now that we weren't expecting to. PayPal did a survey recently, and surprisingly enough, it stated that, 60% of people who are working from home 3 or more days a week are struggling. We're not dealing with it that well. And on top of that, 40% of them are getting in arguments with their spouses, significant others, flatmates even, over budget. So I wanted to come up with some easy ways to change your work from home spaces up to make them function better, but without breaking the budget. One of my first recommendations is always noise canceling headphones. You can close the world out, your loud
Right.
roommates, your dogs, your kids, your spouses, and you can really focus on work. Another big thing is lighting. A lot of times people will think, oh, if I have lower lighting, I don't need to worry about putting on makeup or doing my hair because people can't see me as well. Just turn on that overhead light. That overhead light is giving you dark circles that you actually don't have. It's just giving you a shadow from your forehead.
Yeah.
So getting a good ring light or a lamp that has a nice fabric shade on it that diffuses the light evenly over your face is going to make those Zoom calls much better because you're going to look way better. Another thing that annoyed me in the very beginning was all the charging cords all over the place that I had to keep here and there with. So I went out and got one of those nice big multi-plug strips that has the USB plugs in it and the other plugs. So that way all of my chargers can stay in one place and I don't knock my coffee over like I just did seconds ago with my foot. And then it poured all over my dog, which was great. So keeping all your charging cords nice and in one spot is going to keep you sane. And making sure that you get a good chair. I have a lot of friends right now whose backs and shoulders and hips are all out of whack because we're not sitting at a desk. We're, on our sofas, we're in our beds. So get a good chair that is not just stylish, but also is going to keep your back better when you're working.
You sound like you've been talking to my wife with regard to the cords, the noise canceling headphones, etc. So very valid tips if you say it and she also says that. But I'm curious as a whole.
She sounds like a smart woman.
Oh man, much smarter than me. So with what you do and what you know, I'm curious where your tips usually come from. Is it a mix of speaking with people and reading, or how do you usually find all these great tips?
I mean, a lot of my tips come from life experience. I always like to make sure that I'm recommending things that help my life and make my life easier. I'm not one to just kind of pull tips out of nowhere. They're like, oh, you should do this. I try to recommend the things that have made my, I don't know where that accent just came from, that have made my work from home experience better. Especially right now when we're having to worry about budget as well as working from home or schooling from home. Kids are looking at devices and screens way too much. So recently, a lot of my friends who have kids, I don't yet, they've been getting these little mini projectors. So that way they can project stuff up on the wall and have their kids like working and actually writing on paper instead of just looking at iPads or laptops all day long. And it's made it better because it breaks it up a little bit. It's a really great way to make it an easier way for them to learn and also for them to not be staring at a screen. PayPal has made it easier to do these type of things because again, I know we talked about making sure that we're not breaking the budget. They came up with a new system called Pay in 4. So that way you can break things up into 4 interest-free payments and you're not having to stress about budget. And you can use it at millions of retailers where PayPal is available, like my favorite Target and Sonos and Best Buy. So it's an easy way to get things where you need them without stressing about budget.
And then you personally, this is a huge compliment intended. You're a self-made person. You had a tough upbringing. succeeded against all odds. But I'm curious when this felt like it was a career and not just a hobby or a passion to do interior design.
My career in design kind of started out more in retail. I worked in retail before, and then I ended up opening up my own retail furniture stores. And I would help customers pick out furniture and stuff, but I wasn't really a designer. I didn't go to school for that. I left high school at 15. And so although I would help people pick out pretty things, I wasn't really fully designing their homes. And it wasn't until 2015 I got asked to design the show homes for the International Builder Show. And even though I technically didn't know how to do it, I was like, sure, of course,
Yeah.
I'll do that. And I quickly got on YouTube and Google and stuff, and I figured out how to do it. And that was really the first time that it felt like a career. And I was able to kind of switch focus from my retail division to focusing on just interior design and product design. And it's made me really happy because ultimately that's my passion.
Was TV part of the initial plan or just a happy accident?
No, TV was never part of the plan. Being famous on TV was not a goal. It was not part of the plan. It was a happy accident. No, it was definitely a happy accident.
Well, being mindful of your time here, 2 quick questions, and then you're a free man. And the first one is, do you have a TV recommendation that you could pass along if somebody needs a new show to start binge watching?
There's a show called Queer Eye. It's really good, I've heard. Let's see, a show that I've been watching recently, Spanish Princess. It's so good. It's on Stars. Charlotte Hope is the star of it. She's this brilliant British actress who plays a Spanish queen, actually the Queen of England, Spanish princess. Her Spanish accent is on point. So Spanish Princess, let's see. I love The Blacklist. It's coming out. I'm a big sci-fi fan, so the new Star Trek is amazing. Expanse is coming out with a new season. I just finished The Queen's Gambit on Netflix, which was so good. So start with The Queen's Gambit on Netflix.
The dude has taste. Well, the closer, Bobby, any last words for the kids?
I'm sorry, say again, you broke up.
Any last words for the kids? And it can be as simple as go to this website, or it can be actual advice or wisdom that you impart in people. Your call.
Yeah, so if you want to find out some more of my design tips for working from home or for the holidays, head over to my Instagram. I put together some really great videos with PayPal. And for more information on the Pay in 4, go to paypal.com/pay in 4.
Thank you so much for your time. Just keep up all the greatness.
Thanks. Thank you so much. Have a great one, man.
You too now.
Paltrocast.